Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm watching Bitcoin go up and up and up, and trying to get a feel for what is going to happen, kind of the pulse of the market. There are some other people, sort of like me, that think there's going to be a big pullback after the hard fork in November. There are some others that think that Bitcoin is going to 10,000, and then there's also another guy who thinks it's going to 20,000 by the end of the year. That would be two doubles from kind of where we are right now. I don't know if that is the case, but here's the reasoning that these people are giving for the $10,000 and $20,000 Bitcoin predictions, if you will. Is that one of them is talking about starting they're going to start their own hedge fund for trading cryptocurrencies, and the guy was a semi-famous guy who used to run a very successful hedge fund back in the day. I forget his name off the top of my head, but he was the one predicting it could go up to 10,000. But he said 10,000 in the next 6 to 10 months. This other guy, his name is Richard Hart. I don't know much about him, but he's involved in cryptocurrency, and I know he's coming out. He said he was coming out with his own coin. He looks like he's had an interview with Roger Ver, and so he's plugged into the community. He's talking about Bitcoin going up to 20,000 by the end of the year. Now, I don't know. That seems like two doubles right there from where we are right now. I'm not sure what his thinking is. His thinking, I think, is the same as the institutional investors are not in Bitcoin yet, so they can easily drive the price up. And that's what I'm kind of waiting for too. Is I'm waiting for everybody else to get in and start buying Bitcoin. And since I'm not in the U.S., I don't know what the pulse is in the U.S. I can tell you that over here in Southeast Asia, nobody's thinking about Bitcoin at all. There are a few people here and there, but for the most part, people are just going on with their daily lives. You mention it, they're like, "Oh, yeah, I've heard of that," but nobody's involved in it. And talking back home, my dad hasn't asked me about it. My sister says that they are now talking about it quite a bit. She hears it a lot. When I first brought it up to her about 3 or 4 months ago, she had a negative view of it because of all the bad press that Bitcoin was getting with all the hackers and all that jazz. So I don't know if that's changed in the U.S. right now, if day-to-day people are involved, or if it's... I just don't know. You can leave me some comments. Kind of let me know, what is the pulse in the USA, just the general public. Is it just a buzzword that people hear about, or are people actually invested in it? I'd kind of be curious to know. But at least in Southeast Asia, most people, it's not even on their radar that I've seen. Looking at charts, I believe we are still in... I'm using a different camera to record this, so maybe that'll work better than what I have been using. I'm just holding. I've thought about maybe buying a little Bitcoin Cash, maybe selling a little Bitcoin, but I haven't done it. I'm just not sure quite yet what to do other than to hold still. I've looked a little bit at Litecoin, but every time I go to invest in it, I'm just kind of like, oh, this doesn't... unless you're trying to park your money for a little while, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to do it for me. And some of the other cryptos that are out there, like I said, Bitcoin Cash, lower fees, it's really low price right now. I would expect that to go even lower. I'm watching it. But some of this other stuff, it's like I'm not even interested in it anymore. Like Neo and IOTA and Omise Go, Quantum. Zcash is a little interesting because it's private. I am thinking a little bit more in those terms. Zcash, I think, was a Bitcoin fork at one time, and the transactions are private. So that's kind of interesting to me. I still like that H share, but that's a big Chinese thing. I don't know if I would put any money in that. Waves took a big dump. It's just beta. Again, it's like a lot of this stuff you go out and want to go try it, and it's all beta software, so it's like you can't really actually do anything. I did hear someone kind of pump the Byteball coin, which is kind of an interesting deal again, but I don't think a lot of people are putting money into altcoins right now. Now maybe that changes here in the next couple of weeks. Maybe they get cheap enough to buy into. It's sort of like Steam. I've been posting stuff on Steam but I don't know. Maybe just because I'm posting videos, I'm not getting any kind of remuneration from my Steam posts. And I don't even go to Steam. I don't like the platform. I guess I don't see what people see in it. Other than, trying to pay people, it's too basic or something. I don't know. It needs user interface work. What else do we have? Monero, that's sitting at number 8. That's also supposed to be a private transaction that can't be traced, John McAfee says. So there really isn't much going on in crypto land right now, other than these forks and the big jump in Bitcoin. And will it continue to rise? It's still in that channel. I think I showed you that chart where it kind of have a channel that's going up. It's still in that channel, so that hasn't changed. Now it's near the top of that channel, so it might come down a little bit before it goes back up again. But I'm kind of curious what you guys think will happen here. I was considering selling, in the between now and the next couple of weeks, because I have a feeling once we do this hard fork thing in November, the prices will drop down. But now I'm not so sure. A lot of people are talking about a bunch of institutional investors coming into the space. You've got people predicting $10,000 and $20,000 Bitcoin. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it cheap right now still? I guess the thing I want to know is it something that everybody is talking about and invested in, or is it still like, just a buzzword that people hear and they're not even involved in it? I think it's that, at least from what I'm seeing is, if you're plugged into this space and you know about it, great, but most people don't, from what I see, and that's just in Singapore. There's probably a few more people that know about it, but I tried to offer to make some payment on a few services in Singapore in Bitcoin if they wanted to take payment that way, and it didn't even garner a discussion when I mentioned it. So Malaysia, same way, not much going on there. Indonesia, not much going on here, although they do have an exchange here, but to the general population, they're just going about their daily business. So anyway, that's all I got today. Comment, let me know what you think. Where's Bitcoin price going? Is it just going to continue on that channel and up and down as it goes up, an upward channel? You think it's going to crash? Go to zero? Tell me kind of what you're thinking. I'm just curious. Right now, I'm just holding everything. So, All right. Comment, subscribe, like, all that. Later.